Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks, and for those who are looking for new content and some plans that I've been trying to work on for a long time, well, there's a couple things that have been hiccups along the way, and one of the major ones for me personally is about equipment, or technology if you may. I don't have the most, out there equipment to record or edit videos, and I don't mean to do that. But for what I do have, I try to make as much as I can with it in the time frame that I have available. Unfortunately, some things do go by the wayside. Either some things malfunction, or in this case, completely go missing. So I've had to replace a few things. So this isn't just a Lego haul video, but rather a YouTube haul video. I don't know if I've really shared things like that on its own dedicated video before, maybe a little bit of here and there, or testing stuff. But I do have some of that to share for today. So one of the things that I've wanted to do for a long time was to do some video game recording, and not necessarily as Let's Plays, but rather as some video essays. I've had scripts for years that I've been waiting to bring it to light, but one of the most important aspects of that kind of video series is the video gameplay. Having something that would be either in the background or the highlight of the narration I would provide. So while I did get an Elgato HD60 back when I bought Lego Dimensions, and it did work for some while making videos and even testing on live streams playing Lego Dimensions through the Elgato connected to my laptop at the time, it didn't fully hold up, and in some ways it was either about the system itself or my internet connection that it didn't properly record the gameplay. I've even tried to record some offline, and it would vary from here and there. Even if it was on different systems, I would try different tactics, different conversions and things, and it didn't always work out. Hopefully this time around it might be less of a technology issue, and I'm going to try this Vivitar HDMI to USB video capture card instead. I figure that since the Elgato that I have is basically outdated and no longer supported really by the manufacturer, this one is still available in Walmart and still, has some user base to it. I have read reviews just to be sure that this is something that I could at least try something new with. So hopefully we'll see that down the way, because I would love to make those kinds of videos. Talking about all different kinds of video game experiences that I've had up to this point, and even just doing a little bit of recap of things that I've played outside of doing Lego videos. I have a lot that I want to try to make, and hopefully this is the start of something fantastic. Or rather, if you may, continuing something I tried to do before, and I've done technically videos in the series before, but it only worked with putting the camera in front of the TV screen. It didn't actually have a lot of recorded gameplay. Either that or I had to borrow it from other videos and cite them, but I don't want to do that for every single video I want to make. I should still be able to use what games I have in recording them. So we have that as one thing, upgrading YouTube tech here at Maniac 4 Bricks. The other item here is kind of on the same coin. The recording, the narration itself. Most of the time, obviously, I'm recording from my phone and using the built-in microphone that my phone has in order to record videos. But there are videos that I want to get better quality out of them, and audio is one great way to do so. That's one of the things I actually commend for some of the better videos I've made on the channel in the past 10 years, is because the audio quality is definitely something clearer. Maybe the wording needs a bit of work. Yeah, I'll still continue to edit scripts, but at least I have something better than just using a built-in microphone from the computer itself. Unfortunately, the Yeti Blue Snowball microphone that I've used for several years, and even some of the more highlighted videos on my channel, like the Lego Trivia videos or the Brick Theories, has gone missing. And the last couple times that I have used it, it was very finicky as far as the use from what I remember a couple months ago. When I was trying to use it for live streams and such, it wouldn't properly connect onto my computer, even though it had previously worked on there before. So I thought, you know what, between those two factors, I might as well just pitch in for another microphone, and hopefully one of better quality or even equal to what I had before. So I found the TalkGo USB microphone from JLab that I'll be using hopefully this point forward. I'm going to be testing it fairly recently, so if something shows up, I may be just doing test runs of this microphone itself. Again, I've read the reviews about this and it seems comparable for the kind of things that I want to make out of it. I've tried lapel microphones before, even connecting them with a camera or my phone to do it while recording, and unfortunately it wasn't compatible. This one at least says that it's compatible with PCs and Mac, which is a really helpful thing because I do dance between the two currently. I have one PC that does just fine on a lot of things that I've been working on, and the Mac has a really good, basis for a lot of backup files and some editing software that I haven't incorporated onto the PC yet. So we'll see how it goes going forward. And if you have anything to say about these, let me know in the comments below. Again, I do not have the highest budget out there, and I am not aiming for the most AAA of equipment as a YouTuber, but I still want to have something greater than what I've already been working with, and that's kind of something I've been trying to work on this past year, rather half year, is upping the quality, showing improvement from where I've been in July of 2012. Moving from there, let's go into some Lego stuff, shall we? So, again, this is not even going to be the place I'm going to record because it's echoing all over the dang place, but it's the most convenient thing for me right now, recording this particular video. I found this at Dollar Tree. I actually knew this was a thing for a long time, and I just happened to be in there finding something else, and this was sitting in the clearance bin. 50 cents. It doesn't have the straw. That's literally the only thing marked down as far as the product itself, other than the price, so I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, this is the only one that I found in my local Dollar Tree. They didn't have any other colors of it, but when you see one, you've seen them all. It's just a difference of color. It's the same exact texture and everything like that. It is off-brand. It's not an actual Lego product. It is from something on the bottom of this price label. So there's that, from Chesapeake, Virginia. Being in Virginia in no time at this point. So it'll just be a fun little thing in the background, or perhaps showing up on something else later down the way. But Lego related nonetheless. I've had a couple of these kinds of things before that were off-brand, and even, these kind of party favor sort of things that Dollar Tree and other dollar stores carry. It's fun to have as just a little extra pizzazz in the Lego house. And then next up, we have actual Lego pieces. So we have two packages here. One of them from J Nui, right there, big package. And then another one here. I'm not even sure what's the best way to hold this. There we go. From Pia, Denmark. Yep, I got Lego from Denmark. So this is basically going along with one of the previous Bionicle videos that I had made a haul about, where I was trying to complete one of the figures I really enjoy, Maxilos and Spinax. This particular package is completing that set, because it's very difficult to find one particular piece in a good enough quantity to complete the set. Most Bricklink sellers only had one or two of the piece involved in here. This is a Bionicle thing for its own story. So let's get on to the first package. I know I'm probably talking a lot for a very simple haul video, but I still like talking with you guys when I can and trying to show some of my thought process through these videos and video hauls and things like that. Ooh, we even got some Danish newspaper that was wrapped in. It happens. Nice padding for a parts package. Let's see, we got 20 to 60% off some kind of bedding and furniture from Viva. What else is in here? We got sports ball on the, I'm assuming this is the name of the newspaper. I'm not sure how to pronounce it because I've never learned how to speak this language. Sid Kiston, I'm assuming, but I could be completely wrong, and you are right to correct me about that. Interesting. All right. Anyways, newspaper. I've done that before, long time ago in a haul video, throwing it like it's confetti, so I wanted to bring that back a little bit. 4 of these shoulder or knee related pieces, kind of armor pieces, that I needed for not actually Maxillos from the Maxillos and Spinax set, but rather the Count himself, Spinax. So now we can complete this. The set actually has 6 of them officially, and I may have to go back as to finding the orientation of them. I will say that adding these on does actually give it more breadth. This model wasn't always my favorite, but it actually makes a lot more sense now with those pieces on there. It always looked too skinny and famished for my liking, even though it does have a nice consistent color scheme and some nice spinal look. I really love how the pieces used back here for not only the spinal cord but also the tail and other things like that. It's okay for posing here and there. I could do a full review of it sometime later, but at least now it has the pieces that it needs to and looks a bit more fleshed out than I was so used to for so long. I got this set a long time ago in an eBay lot where the set was mostly complete with a bunch of other figures, so it was a better value than trying to buy the whole set on its own, and especially more nowadays when it's way more expensive than I would have got mine for. I think if anything's missing from here now, it might be some of these ammo pieces, which honestly I don't mind in any of the Bionicle sets. If I have one or a few, it works fine for me because I don't need to have all of them decorated all over the place. And there's enough of them here and in other sets that it works just fine here. So now I'm happy to say I finally completed Maxillos and Spinax. I can't really do a proper timestamp as to how long it took me to build the whole set. I have been trying to go back through that as a personal leaderboard of sorts, but at least now I know all the pieces are here, they're in good condition, and it is so lovely seeing this whole thing together. Yes, it's a little bit off frame though. But this is one step closer to completing my favorite year of Bionicle personally, 2007. This year I love so much, and this model by itself is one of my favorites out of the entire Bionicle line. So many poses and articulation possibilities because of the way this figure is constructed. It feels very fresh, even though it's not using a lot of brand spanking new pieces for its time. This is just a shorthand review of it, but hey, this is fantastic. Now, while we're on Bionicle figures, let's get on to the other package from J. Newey. So moving a couple of things aside, we don't need to see about this recording stuff just now. We can worry about that sometime later. I bring you this priority mailbox. And inside of here should be 3 figures that I have never owned. And if I got anywhere close, I may have only had like a few parts of them from any given bulk lot of Bionicle in the past. So, of course, I didn't bring a scissor with me. That's like par for the course. But it is nicely wrapped. So I'm just going to have to tear this thing apart to get to all the goodies inside. There we go. So recently, Jay said that he was putting up some Bionicle figures and parts for sale on Instagram, and I followed through his story because I already follow his account. So you can check that out in the link description down below if you want to see more information or see more of what he's created. But in there, oh, hello. I wonder if that was an accident or if that was a silly little thing on purpose. That's fun. I like that. That's not part of any of these that I was picking up. I adore that. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Another little thing that I didn't expect. So originally, he had a couple of different figures that were available for sale, and I looked through them, and I was like, okay, I know I have some of these, but there were a few of them that I didn't ever own. Or if I did, I may have only had a few parts, but not enough to build the whole thing. most of them were related to 2008. That's actually one of my weakest years as far as collecting Bionicle sets. So when I saw that he had Gorast, Kopaka, and Onua, I was really interested. I, put out there that I was, interested in picking them up. I knew that the post had been out for some time, so it was possible somebody else may have already pitched in for it and was waiting to get transaction in order to, take down the listing, whatever the case may be. Luckily, these were available for me to purchase. Onua, however, I was informed was incomplete. Actually, had a whole bunch of parts that were missing, and substitutions can be made. I was okay with waiting a little bit. He said it would take some time to find some pieces to substitute in there. So it's not a complete copy of this figure, but I think it's going to be close enough that I'm not really going to be concerned at the moment for it. I could always take care of that sometime later, provided that the parts don't exceed, what the normal price with them would be. I know it's Bionicle and they do inflate over time, but there were parts that weren't too out there from what I can tell, so I'm gonna be okay with that. So I will still have to build these separately, and I believe one of the things that's missing is the ghosts that are supposed to be like the ammo for these. Much like I said for the Maxilos and Spinax that I just showed, ammo is okay if it's not having all the ammo available, because if I have one or two, it still gets the point across. It's not gonna, I don't need them to be 100% complete with that like extra amount of ammo or whatever to it. It is unfortunate that by this time in Bionicle, they didn't really offer ammo as separate packs or anything, so it wouldn't have been as circulating. It even got worse after this point, but with these, it's kind of what you see is what you get. You don't have a lot of extra pieces to work from in order to, continue firing with that function. So like in Gorast here, there's one, I think that's just one. I'm not even sure. The set might even have, it either has one or two. I have what's his name? Barracks. Somehow I keep winding up with Barracks's and, or no, Biddle, that's the one, the yellow one. I keep winding up with Biddles and they almost never have the ammo, and I only have one of them with the ammo, which it works. It's fine for what it is. But yeah, I will still have to build these separately. The two extra things I noticed in here, I did not ask about, so I think they might have just been thrown in either by accident or as a bonus. I'm not entirely sure, but I am grateful either way, and I will still contact him after this video, figure that all out, and put it in the comments if anything needs to be changed. This is a miniature version of a Visorak. I think particularly this might be Keelorak because of the mandibles. But this is from the minifigure style, system play sets that they offered, particularly 2005. I have two of these, so I have two of those sets, actually three of them, but two of them that are, wait. No, I have two of them. I've wanted to get three. I have two of them. One of them is fully built, and the other one, I gotta find all the parts again. But it can't go wrong with more of these guys to create an army for those sets. That's really cool seeing more of those. And this is one of the bad guys. This is one of those promotional packs that LEGO released with Duracell batteries and other smaller products as a tie-in, and was just a handful of pieces to throw together to build something different than what the retail sets had available. I've never built this one. I've never reviewed this one, and I've reviewed some other ones, mostly just from scrapping parts together for my collection. This one I probably could have, but never thought to, but now I feel obligated to do so. So maybe we'll see more about that, either on this channel or Maniac for Bonks. If you want to see more Bionicle-related content, you can check it out over there, as well as more details about other sets and things that I enjoy about the Bionicle theme. Possibly even some of my mocks will make their way over there as well, even before they reach here. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry this was a bit of a long one, but I loved having to talk and sharing this passion. Even though I'm not really much physically on screen, besides the hands, you can tell by the voice. I really enjoy some of this stuff, and in different ways trying to expand upon that. Even the video stuff that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I felt was kind of necessary just to say, hey, I do want to improve stuff, and sorry some stuff hasn't come along yet. This is why and how I'm going to try to correct that. So best wishes for things going forward. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.